Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and welcome to another episode of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. And today I will be your host. And in this episode is about a cruise enthusiast who would like to take videos of cruise ships whenever they leave Dover port. The cruise enthusiast's name was Cameron. Cameron, the cruise ship enthusiast. Every time he saw a cruise leaving Dover port, which is Dover Priory in Kent, he would get out his camera and shoot photographs of it. He'd always ask the harbour crew permission first, or the dock crew permission first, before he would he was allowed access to take photographs of the cruise ship, both sitting stationary waiting for passengers to on board, which is the embarkation, and so that he could shoot photographs of it when it's left out of port or just leaving the port and all that. Luckily, the dock crew knew Cameron extremely well and were always very happy and impressed with the photographed pictures he would always show to them once he'd finished. Cameron loved his hobby more than anything. Sometimes the morning before school he would even watch a cruise ship, and if it was going to leave too late for him to be too late for school, he would just take a photograph and then he would whiz to school on his bicycle. He loved cruise ships more than anything, and he longed to one day go on a cruise ship. One day, it was the Easter holiday season, and as Cameron went out to take some photographs of the cruise, he snapped some good pictures, and before long, someone approached him. "Have you ever thought about going on a cruise?" the person asked Cameron. "I'd love to go on a cruise one day," Cameron said. "It's my dream to have a cruise ship adventure one day." "Okay, well, could you give me your first and last name, please? And I could try and get you and your family to go on a special discounted cruise," the person said. So Cameron gave his name and his address and his telephone number, and once he wrote it down, the person took the note and was like, "Thank you very much. I shall be in touch with you and your parents." "Thank you." And after he gave the note to the person, he went about his fun watching the cruise ships at the Dover Priory port. Before long, his cruise watching time was over, and he had to head back home for his supper. So he mounted onto his bicycle and cycled back home. When he cycled back home, he had a nice, rousing welcome from his mother. "I was just off the phone to someone who met you," Cameron's mother said. "Cameron, the person has given us a special right for a cruise ship discount." "What's going to happen?" Cameron asked. "We're going to do a weekend cruise soon." "Ah!" Cameron and his mother were so excited. They were so excited they could hardly believe what was going to happen. Cameron was going to have his chance to go on a cruise with his mother and his father. His father, who heard the commotion, put down his newspaper and his pipe and walked over to Cameron and his mother and said, what's the excitement?" he asked curiously. "All of us are going to go on a cruise," Cameron's mother said in excitement. "I'm excited for it," Cameron said. "Oh, wonderful," Cameron's father said. "We'll get nice sea view, nice pool, nice food. A cruise ship holiday sounds marvellous," Cameron's father said. Cameron and his parents were so celebrated, yet so happy about the idea of going on a cruise, they decided to have a nice pizza takeaway meal to celebrate. Before long, a number of days had passed, and it was the day for them to go on their cruise. As they stood for embarkation on the cruise, the person who'd helped get that book their cruise on a discounted price, came over to Cameron and his parents and said, Hi, I just wanted to say, good luck with your cruise ship holiday. Hope you have fun. Thanks very much, Cameron said. Thanks for everything you did, Cameron's parents said to the man. And so the man walked away and gave them a friendly, respectable wave just as they were about to board on the cruise. Cameron and his parents showed the porter their tickets and happily boarded the cruise. Before long, embarkation was over, and as they were standing on the balcony, the cruise left Dover Priory Port. As the cruise left Dover Priory Port, Cameron, overlooking the view from the balcony, thought just what a lucky boy he was to be going on a cruise ship holiday after having possessed a lifelong enthusiasm for cruises, all because of a man he met who he knew nothing about, but the man who he knew nothing about helped him and his parents have their first cruise ship holiday at the earliest chance possible. The end. Well, thanks everybody indeed for watching this video. I mean, I quite like cruises myself, but if I might say this might strike some of you as rather surprising. At one point in my lifetime, I was very anti-cruise. Why I was anti-cruise at one point, there was a good reason. It was because I was frightened of cruise ships sinking, and I was frightened of being on a cruise ship that would sink because of hearing about the Concordia cruise that had the accident all those years ago. And because I was so irritated, so put off going on a cruise ship holiday in my life, I was like, I don't think I want to do that. No, I'm not going to do it. But what got me into cruises were many good people who I followed during COVID. Cruise ship enthusiasts I followed during COVID, and they had loads and loads and loads of cruise ship news to share, like cruise ship deals, future cruises, and when the cruise could start up again, and what policy you need, cruise policies, general things, what to take, and all that. I watched so much of it, and it made me so interested and so influenced with ideas that I thought, I'm going to go on a cruise, and also because of Dave and Sally Abel, which is why I've got an interest in going on a cruise ship holiday in the future. The reason why I now have an interest in cruise ship holiday excursions is because of the various cruise enthusiasts I followed, like for example Emma Cruises or Travelling with Bruce, all those kinds of people, and also because of Dave and Sally Abel as well, who sadly both had COVID on the Diamond Princess all those years ago, as we all know it. Not fun. And it was certainly not amusing to them either, because that was a terrible, terrible ordeal for the pair of them. But thanks everybody, all the same indeed, for watching this video, and I shall certainly see you in the very next video. Ta-ta, another time. From Foxy. Oh.